It's Saturday, day 22, past the halfway point in our Lenten journey. Now, today's question is, who are my brothers and sisters? And this comes from the family conflict that Jesus had been experiencing. Huge crowds were beginning to gather to hear Jesus, and in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus' relatives heard about this, and they set out to seize him, for they said he is out of his mind. That's his family. They came to take him away, and they are not only concerned about him, but they're almost embarrassed by his actions and his words. Now, we hold Mary and Joseph in such high esteem that we never really talk about or think about the kind of struggles his family went through as Jesus began his public ministry. Of course, in the end, Jesus' mother stood by her son on the cross, but according to Mark, the early days of Jesus' public ministry were hard on his family. They thought he was out of his mind. In Matthew, Jesus' family members begin to speak to him, and they tell him that your mother and brothers are outside. But instead of going to his mother and his brothers, he says, "Who are my mother and my brothers?" Jesus may well have been deeply wounded, thinking that his mother, brothers, and sisters think he's out of his mind. But then he redefines what it means to be a family of God. Here are my mother and brothers and sisters. Whoever does the will of my heavenly Father is my brother and my sister and my mother. So as Jesus begins to understand his mission to heal the broken and reconcile sinners and to save a lost humanity, his heart widens to embrace all those who at one time stood at a distance from God. He wants us to live as sisters and brothers, as children of a heavenly Father. That's what baptism does, as Pastor Burtness talks about in the devotion today. And when we join Jesus on his mission of compassion in the world, we become Jesus' own family. We become his faithful, trusting, loving brothers and sisters. And Jesus becomes our brother. And that is pretty awesome. See you again tomorrow.